Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Adelia Dwi Rahmawati. My student number is A320200159 and I want to read The Call of the Wild Story, Chapter 9. In the fall, many moose came to the valley because it was warmer. Buck wanted to hunt a big moose. The biggest moose was 6 feet tall and had enormous antlers. He was much bigger and stronger than Buck. When he saw Buck, he growled angrily. Buck followed the moose for many hours. He was clever and thought, I must separate him from his group. It was not easy, but by evening the moose was away from his group. Buck started to attack him. Wild animals are patient. They do not hurry. They wait for the right moment and then they attack. Buck knew how to wait. For 4 days, Buck attacked and jumped away. Then he danced in front of the big moose. He never left him alone. The moose could not eat, drink, sleep, or rest. He became very tired and very weak and stopped for long periods, so Buck ate, drank, and rested. At the end of the 4th day, Buck killed the big moose. For a day and night, he stayed by the dead moose and ate and slept. When he was rested and strong, he decided to return to John Thornton. When Buck was 5 miles from camp, he smelled something strange, something terrible. He started running fast. The forest was silent. There were no birds and no small animals. Near some trees, he found the dead body of Nick. He had an arrow in his body. He found another slack dog with an arrow in his neck. Near the camp, Buck heard a voice singing. Then he found Hans's body with arrows in his back. A wild, terrible anger grew in Buck. He could not control his anger. He saw the Yihad Indians dancing at Thornton Camp and he suddenly attacked them. He wanted to destroy them. Buck was faster than the wind. He jumped at the Indians with all his strength and anger. He cut the throat of 2 Indians with his sharp teeth. Nothing could stop him, and he killed many Yihads. He was like a devil. The Indian escaped into the forest, but Buck followed them. When Buck returned to the camp, he found Pete's body. He followed Thornton's smell to a pool. Buck knew Thornton's body was in the pool. He stayed by the pool all day. He knew John Thornton was dead. Now he was very sad and alone. When he looked at the dead Yihads, he was proud of himself. That night there was a full moon. Buck heard the sounds of the forest. They became louder. It was the call of the wild and he was ready to obey. John Thornton was dead. He was completely free. A wolf pack entered Buck Valley. He watched them silently. They were afraid because Buck was so big. Then one wolf jumped at Buck and he attacked and broke the wolf's neck. 3 other wolves jumped at him, but he attacked them. Finally, all the wolf pack attacked Buck. He jumped at them with his great strength and intelligence. They could not stop him. After half an hour, the pack went away. They were very tired. One wolf was friendly and went close to Buck. Buck remembered him. It was his wild brother. They touched noses. Other wolves came to make friends. An old wolf sat down, looked at the moon and howled. The others sat down and howled too. Buck did the same. Soon the wolves were all around Buck and smelled him. Then they ran into the forest and Buck ran with them. His wild brother ran by his side. Perhaps this is the end of Buck's story. But after a few years, the Jihad Indians saw the some wolf had brown in their grey coats. They also saw a ghost dog at the front of the wolf pack. When the Jihads follow the moose, they do not enter a certain valley. In the summer, there is a visitor in that valley, a big golden brown wolf. He is bigger than any other wolf. He goes to a yellow stream, stops there, and then howls. But he is not always alone. He is the leader of the wolf pack. He runs in the moonlight and sings the song of the pack. Artinya, pada musim gugur, banyak rusa besar pergi ke lembah karena di sana lebih hangat. Buck ingin berburu rusa besar. Rusa yang paling besar berukuran 6 kaki, tinggi dan memiliki tanduk yang kuat. Dia lebih besar dan kuat daripada Buck. Saat dia melihat Buck, dia menggeram dan marah. Buck mengikuti rusa dalam waktu yang lama. Dia cerdas dan berpikir, aku harus memisahkannya dari kelompoknya. Ini tidaklah mudah, tetapi pada sore hari, rusa itu menjauh dari kelompoknya. Buck mulai untuk menyerangnya. Hewan liar sangat sabar. Mereka tidak ingin terburu-buru. Mereka menunggu momentum yang tepat, kemudian mereka menyerang. Buck tahu bagaimana menunggu. Selama 4 hari, Buck menyerang dan melompat. Kemudian dia menari di depan rusa yang besar. Dia tidak pernah meninggalkannya sendirian. Rusa tidak dapat makan, minum, tidur, ataupun istirahat. Dia menjadi sangat lelah dan sangat lemah, dan berhenti untuk waktu yang lama. Jadi Buck makan, minum, dan beristirahat. Di penghujung hari keempat, Buck membunuh rusa besar. Selama 1 hari 1 malam, dia tinggal di dekat rusa mati, dan makan dan tidur. Ketika dia istirahat dan menjadi kuat, dia memutuskan untuk kembali ke John Thornton. Saat Buck berada 5 mil dari perkemahan, dia mencium sesuatu yang aneh, sesuatu yang mengerikan. Dia mulai berlari dengan cepat. Hutan sepi, tidak ada burung-burung dan tidak ada hewan-hewan kecil. Di dekat beberapa pohon, dia menemukan mayat Nick. Dia memiliki anak panah di badannya. Dia menemukan kereta luncur anjing yang lain dengan panah di lehernya. Di dekat perkemahan, Buck mendengar suara bernyanyi. Kemudian dia menemukan tubuh Hans dengan panah di punggungnya. Kemarahan yang menyeramkan tumbuh di Buck. Dia tidak dapat mengontrol kemarahannya. Dia melihat Jihad, orang India, menari di perkemahan Thornton, dan dia tiba-tiba menyerang mereka. Dia ingin menghancurkan mereka. Buck lebih cepat daripada angin. Dia melompat ke arah orang-orang India dengan seluruh kekuatan dan kemarahannya. Dia memotong 2 leher orang India dengan giginya yang tajam. Tidak ada yang dapat menghentikannya, dan dia membunuh banyak Jihad. Dia seperti iblis. Orang-orang India melarikan diri ke hutan, tetapi Buck mengikuti mereka. Saat Buck kembali ke perkemahan, dia menemukan tubuh PT. Dia mengikuti bau Thornton ke sebuah kolam. Buck tahu tubuh Thornton ada di kolam. Dia tinggal di dekat kolam seharian. Dia tahu John Thornton sudah meninggal. Sekarang dia sangat sedih dan kesepian. Saat dia melihat mayat Jihad, dia bangga terhadap dirinya sendiri. Malam itu ada bulan purnama. Buck mendengar suara-suara di hutan. Mereka menjadi semakin keras. Itu merupakan panggilan alam liar, dan dia siap untuk mematuhinya. John Thornton telah meninggal. Dia sepenuhnya bebas. Sekawanan serigala memasuki lembah Buck. Dia melihat mereka dengan diam. Mereka takut karena Buck sangat besar. Kemudian, satu serigala melompat ke arah Buck, dan dia menyerang dan menghancurkan leher serigala. 3 serigala yang lain melompat ke arahnya, tetapi dia menyerang mereka. Akhirnya, Seluruh kawanan serigala menyerang Buck. Dia melompat ke arah mereka dengan kekuatannya dan kepandaiannya. Mereka tidak dapat menghentikannya. Setelah setengah jam, kawanan itu pergi. Mereka sangat lelah. Salah satu serigala bersikap ramah dan mendekati Buck. Buck mengingatnya, itu adalah saudaranya yang liar. Mereka bersentuhan hidung. Seekor serigala tua duduk dan melihat ke arah bulan dan melolong. Yang lainnya juga duduk dan melolong. Buck melakukan hal yang sama. Tidak lama kemudian, serigala-serigala mengelilingi Buck dan menciumnya. Kemudian mereka berlari ke hutan dan Buck berlari bersama mereka. Saudaranya yang liar berlari di sebelahnya. Mungkin ini akhir cerita Buck. Tapi setelah beberapa tahun, Yihad orang-orang India melihat serigala-serigala yang sama memiliki warna coklat di mantel abu-abu mereka. Mereka juga melihat hantu anjing di depan kawanan serigala. Saat Yihad mengikuti rusa, mereka tidak memasuki lembah tertentu. Pada saat musim panas, terdapat seorang pengunjung di lembah tersebut. Serigala yang besar dan berwarna coklat keemasan. Dia lebih besar daripada serigala yang lainnya. Dia pergi ke aliran kuning, berhenti di sana, kemudian melolong. Tetapi dia tidak selalu sendirian. Dia adalah pemimpin dari kawanan serigala. Dia berlari di sinar bulan dan menyanyikan lagu-lagu kawanan. Okay, I think that's all for me. Thank you and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.